Alright, welcome back to another video, guys. It has been quite a while, and I frankly do say that quite often, but I gotta put more effort into the whole YouTube thing. But yeah, so I did close an $8,700 client, and it's been very interesting because it was we only did a 2-month contract / project because they were kind of adjusting to the way they did things with the whole pandemic issue and all that stuff. So they outreached to a new company now, which was us. I cannot disclose any of the information about the company, for example, their name or the project or any of that stuff, just because I signed an NDA agreement, and this is a project that they're going to be doing later in the future, so that they're not fully sure if they want to kind of put the information out to the public yet, but that's totally fine. And so I'm just going to kind of give you guys the lessons that I learned from closing this $8,700 client. So like I said, it was about for 2 months, roughly $7,400 was profit. And so yeah, let's get into it. So the first lesson that I did learn was always run on a system. And what do I mean by this? Well, when you're working with a corporate company, they're always organized and they're always running on a system, whereas if you have a meeting, they'll send you an email link and it'll sync up to your email, okay, automatically, and you know, you'll get the notification to it and you have to be there on time, okay? It's pretty self-explanatory, but a lot of people fail to do this, right? Because when you're not on a system, you're not maintaining momentum, okay? And you have to also contain the consistency behind it, right? That kind of goes hand in hand with that, okay? They also have protocols and procedures when they're working. So for example, you know, when we start off a meeting, we'll run by the goals that we want to accomplish. You know, what's the point of this meeting? Every single meeting we do that. And I'm starting to adapt to that kind of environment and putting it into play in my company as well, you know, with the clients and stuff like that, that every meeting we have, we should sit down, talk about the goals of the meeting so that we don't lose track and move on to something else, right? So that's one. Number two would have to be under promise and over deliver. Okay, so when it comes to this is very, very, very important, because let's say I tell a client that I am going to get, let's say, now this is very minimal work, but getting 1 page of their funnel done in 1 day, okay? Now their expectations are that I'm gonna get that page done in 1 day, okay? Now if I get 2 pages done, now I'm exceeding their expectations, all right? I'm going above and beyond of what I told them, okay? So that stands out in their eyes, right? So, you know, next time we meet together, then there's more work to be evaluated, there's more work to be taken a look at and to be considered, right? So that's very, very important to always act on when working for these businesses, right? And so another lesson that I did learn is always be very, very organized. And yeah, it sounds very simple, but the repercussions of not being organized are detrimental, right? So, you know, always come with information and questions to the meeting, and this goes for both sides of the party, okay? Because that way you're more prepared and you can get things done quicker, and you don't waste time and you don't waste money, right? Another one would be take, for example, filming for a client, right? I also do, so it's AG Media, which means not just marketing, but I also do consulting, and I also do you know, video production and stuff like that. But always have your videos in specific files so that whenever you need something, you can just search it up right away and it's right where you want it, right? Because you don't want to have to spend time looking for the right file and all this stuff and then accidentally send the wrong file because you didn't put the proper name on it or put it in the, you know, right location and stuff like that. And actually, real quick, also double check your work when making these files. I did run into small conflicts when I was first starting out, when I misnamed some of the files, and so it didn't really cause too much of a problem, but it's definitely something to consider when trying to look professional and in front of these very big multi-million-dollar companies, right? So that's that. And then one thing that I always stress as well is always have a pen and notepad or paper near you when in these meetings to take notes. You can do it on a laptop, but I think it's, from my experience and from many other people's experiences, it's much more powerful to physically write it down, you'll have it stick in your mind more, right? Because technology will make you a little bit more lazy, but when you do the manual work, it'll stick to your mind much more, right? And so another one would probably have to be is create deadlines and draw your entire plan out. So pre-plan and create deadlines, because when it comes to this stuff, it could drag on, right? You could drag on the ads that you're trying to do, or it could drag on the video that you're trying to put together. So when you create deadlines, it creates expectations and it creates momentum and consistency, right? So when working with these clients, they're going to be expecting, certain amounts of the project done at a certain date, right? So this will push you and promote you to work much harder, much faster, right? Much smarter, okay? It's going to stand out to those people, and hopefully you can get a referral out of them for another client, right? So, like I said, those are the most important lessons that I learned from this client, and I wish I could kind of explain more about what it is, but I really cannot, because I did sign an NDA agreement, like I said, because they have this project that they want to release in the future, but they're still not sure about it yet. But those are my lessons that I learned from closing an $8,600 client. I hope you guys found this very valuable, and if you did, please go ahead and drop a like, drop a comment. If you have any questions, I can help you out. Check out my social media. The description has every information that you need for that. And if this could help someone out too, go ahead and share it to them, guys. So thank you again, and I will see you in the next video.